Hello again. There's only one way of starting this particular clip, and that's by saying congratulations Mark on getting his award this week. Mark, you couldn't have done it without me, of course. Now, well done, mate. At the end of the day, you are a brilliant musician, and any award you get is richly deserved. Also like to say hello to Pete. Pete, the PB Underground Band. What a wicked band you've put together there. I love stand-up, and I really think the story of your paths crossing with Gary's in 1991 in Sheffield is absolutely amazing. And a few of the stories I'm going to do one story today involving another Level 42 fan, and then I've got a couple others to come in the next few weeks. Where do I start today? Well, I want to say some shout outs, as we say here in Essex. I've got my first 3 subscribers, so that was Mark, Simon and a guy called Gary Bridges. Gary, I don't know you, but you got the all-important 003 to my little fan club. Congratulations. There's some other people I want to say hello to. Clive Mumsby, Michael Kane, Christian, mates. Christian, you made me laugh for 2 days when you put up the post about petitioning to get me on stage for my 60th concert. That's really brilliant. Another guy called Trevor Beckett as well. Hello. Today's story involves me going to see the guys at the Royal Albert Hall. This was a good few years ago. When Erica and I were getting our seats, we were about 60 rows back from the front and on an aisle seat, and a guy sitting here was also on an aisle seat, and he came across and started talking to us. Anyway, he says, "Oh, by the way, I hope you don't mind me coming to say hello, but I actually saw you on the train and didn't realise you were coming to this gig, but I just want to say hello to you." So I start talking to him, and I said, "Oh, where have you come from today?" And it turns out he's come all the way from California to see the guys play. I start talking to him a little bit more and get a bit more in depth, and I say, "Oh, whereabouts do you come from in California?" He says, "Oh, just outside San Diego." I said, "Well, that's interesting. I've been to San Diego a couple of times. I've stayed at one place called the Winner's Circle and another place called the Carlsbad Inn." He goes, "The Carlsbad Inn? I live within a mile of the Carlsbad Inn." So if you take this in perspective, we're at a Level 42 concert at the Royal Albert Hall in London, and the guy that just decides to come and say hello to me, I've been within a mile of his house on the other side of the world. And that's an amazing thing, really, that when you go to these gigs, it isn't just about you seeing the band and what they do, it's also about the camaraderie, if you like, seeing other people. Normally, when you think about it, all you've got to do is turn to the person next to you and say, oh, have you seen them before? Now, invariably, for me, a person will go very enthusiastically, "Oh yeah, this is my 11th gig, what about you?" And then I'll go, 52, 53 maybe, and they're like, "Really?" But if you talk a little bit more to them, it could turn out that you were at the same gig in 1994. And that's fantastic for us as the members of the public, if you like. Pete, I just want to go back just to jog your memory on where I've actually met you. This particular picture is backstage at the Cliffs Pavilion in Southend. It wasn't last year because somebody didn't let me backstage last year. It was a couple of years before that. I have also met you in Ostend and also at Ronnie Scott's. Now, the reason I've mentioned Jack is because when he came over and stayed with us a year later, because he came back, and we went to another gig of Level 42s, also at the Royal Albert Hall. When he came back, he brought some CDs of a group, and he said, "Julian, if you like Level 42, you're going to like this group." That group was called Tower of Power. Now, I've watched one of your clips on YouTube this week, Pete, and I understand that band had a big influence on you and forming PB Underground. So again, what an amazing twist of fate or paths crossing this all is, this life that we have. So today, that's the end of today's story. I said I have got some other stories involving other fans, but there's only one way to end today's clip, and that's with one of my pieces of information that I've gathered over the years. For the people that are under 20, and you probably might not know what these are, but this is a 12-inch single, and you have to put one of these on a record player. Now, the black bits here and here actually produce nothing. It's the bit in between that actually produces the song. On this particular version, though, which is the extended version, 12-inch version of Hot Water, in this bit here, there's a little message. That message comes up and it says, "Bye bye, everybody, bye bye." Now I have it on good authority that that was inspired by the Sooty and Sweep show. And again, for anybody under 20 that's watching this, you're going to have to Google that one because you're not going to have a Scooby-Doo what that's all about. So, there's only one way of ending today's clip, and that's simply by saying, bye-bye everybody, bye-bye, see you again next time.